The fire element, the radiance of spirit. The fire element is the embodiment of passion, joy, charisma, and connection. It governs the heart, the small intestine, in Chinese medicine, and is associated with summertime, expansion, and the capacity to love, laugh, and lead. People who express a dominant fire personality radiate energy and enthusiasm. They're natural performers, speakers, and leaders. They thrive on emotional connection and warmth. They follow their hearts more than their heads, and sometimes burn a bit too hot, leading to exhaustion or emotional volatility. The fire person is someone who lives life out loud, full of laughter, high emotion, and deep feeling. Their path to learn how to balance this intensity with rest, connection, with boundaries, and drive with discernment. My daughter, the fire, my daughter has always burned bright, even when she was little. You could feel her energy from across the room. She didn't ask for permission. She moves with conviction, fueled by belief and inner fire. I remember one day that brought this into focus for me. It was the morning of a big wrestling competition, and she had been training hard for weeks. But when we arrived, we found out her bracket had changed. She'd be facing one of the toughest competitors in the region. There was a lot of buzz about the other athlete. People talked, coaches whispered, and I could see parents scanning the mat, calculating the odds. I looked to her to see if any of that noise had gotten to her and messed with her head. She was tying her shoes at the time, completely calm, focused, and then she looked up at me and said, "Dad, she may be tough, but I'm tougher. She doesn't know how hard I've trained. I don't care about the name, the record, or the hype. I've got this." And she meant it. And when she said that, it just hit home for me. She walked out on the mat like it was hers. She didn't wait to see the match or how it would unfold. She dictated it. She didn't wrestle from fear or overthink her moves. She led with that fire, and she won that match. Not just the match, but the energy of the whole room. And that day, for me that day, I will always remember that. And the belief in that fuel and that source is something that makes that fire personality so strong. When it's grounded in purpose and inner knowing, it can ignite the possibility not just for themselves, but for everyone around them. Let your fire be wise. The lesson of the fire element isn't just about blazing ahead with passion. It's about learning how to keep the fire burning without burning out. Fire people can go from joy to sorrow in a flash, from high energy to exhaustion if they don't manage their rhythms. The mature fire person understands when to shine and when to rest, when to lead and when to listen. As with all elements, it's about regulation. Passion is beautiful, but sustainable passion is what leads to long-term fulfillment, healthy relationships, and peak performance. Next, let's look at a few meditative practices to connect with this fire element. The first one is heart-centered breathing. And the idea is to calm our emotional highs and reconnect with that heart-centered clarity. So with this practice, we'll sit in a comfortable, relaxed sitting posture and place your hands over your heart just to try to connect to that area. Inhale slowly through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And do this a few times to just tap in and build our awareness in that area. Imagine the breath moving in and out of your heart. And with each breath, invite peace, gratitude and joy into that space. You could do this for 5 or 10 minutes. The purpose of this lesson isn't to take you through a guided meditation, but it's to give you this idea that you can do on your own to help cultivate these different energies. The second practice I call an inner radiance meditation. And the idea is to reconnect with that inner joy, charisma, and emotional clarity without needing to perform or project. Again, we can do this in a sitting posture, so sit with a comfortable upright position and relax the body. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to feel settled. Bring your awareness into the chest and into that heart center, and visualize a soft, glowing light beginning to emerge there. It can be any color that feels uplifting or relaxing to you. Gold, rose, white, or a warm orange, something that you connect with. And with each inhale, see this light expand through your chest. And with each exhale, let it gently radiate outward through your arms, your face, and your entire body. Begin to recall a memory that fills warmth and joy in your heart. Something that made you smile. Something that brings back a warm memory. Sit with this expanding, warm sensation, 5 or 10 minutes. Relax the breath and allow your emotional energy to rebalance and recharge. To close, breathe in that gratitude. Let that light soften back into your heart, and knowing it's always there when you need it. The third practice I want to show you is a heart resonance practice. The idea is to cultivate that radiant presence, emotional balance, and inner warmth using sound and visualization. Sit comfortably with your spine tall and your shoulders relaxed. Close your eyes and bring your attention to the center of your chest. Find that relaxed location within your heart and visualize a small, steady flame glowing there. It's not wild or all-consuming. It's just gently burning, stable, and luminous. As you inhale, draw that energy into your heart, and as you exhale, softly vocalize the mantra, and you let this sound vibrate gently in your chest, resonating through the flame. And with each round, feel that flame growing brighter, not with intensity, but with clarity. And as it radiates warmth through your torso, arms, and face, calm, steady, and nourishing energy washes over the body. Let this light be a reflection of your emotional power, expressive but never chaotic, confident and calm. And you can continue this for 5 or 10 minutes, allowing your breath and that ha mantra to align with the rhythm of the flame. To close, allow the sound to fade and sit silently for a moment, feeling the glow and the presence in your heart. This practice not only harmonizes the fire element energy, but it helps you access that magnetic, heart-centered quality of leadership, creativity, and deep connection. Stay tuned. Next, we will look at the earth energy and how we can use that to stimulate deeper foundation and root in our life.